Hello and welcome to my CK2 tutorial. This is your hostess Enigmatic Rose 4, and for this video we're going to take a look at map modes. So the first map mode here that you would probably load in on if you didn't watch any of my other videos and know how to change the map modes in the selecting a player screen would be this. This is the terrain map mode. It's very beautiful. It's very nice to look at, but it's not exactly the most useful when you're playing the game. It's hard to see what the borders are, it's hard to see what country is what, and while the snow is very pretty, it really kind of messes with the eyes when you're zooming in and out. It looks like one of those magic eye things. It's just pretty, but that's about it. But if we look on over here and we hit the W, we get the Realms map mode, which is probably the map mode you will play on the most, and it is the map mode you see most YouTubers and streamers on Twitch or other sites using. This gives us the actual country borders, and it's very easy to distinguish. Like if we look up here at our country, we see there is Brittany, and there's this black and white border here around this county that is not part of our realm, and then there's this black and white border here against France. And it just makes it very easy to tell the difference. And also everyone is different colors based on their culture typically. As you can see over here we have a lot of greens, kind of shades of greens. We get more reds. The Byzantines are these bright purples, and that's all the Greeks, or this burgundy-ish color. Most of the Muslim countries down here are green of some sort. India's got a fair little mix of colors, so does Tibet over here. Yes, this is Tibet. If we will see later, but there, it is Tibet, just a little broken up at the moment. We do put it back together in one of my previous live streams, but that's neither here nor there. France colors, they're blue and purpley. If you're Muslim, they tend to be greenish down here, or yellow, golds. England shade of red, Scotland shades of blue, Ireland shades of green. We're this almost red but sort of more brownish red color. It makes it very easy. Holy Roman Empire is white, which has to do with it being sort of religious, because all the religious places are white like the papacy. Alright, so there's that. And let's see, if you want to see how everyone thinks of you, you can hit the E key and we jump over here to diplomatic relations. And this tells us what relationship we have with everyone around us. Most of the people, if you see they're black here, they have no relationship with us. But let's look at our own county. It's this nice light shade of green. That means we own it directly. It is our county. That is us. If we look over here, we see this other shade of green, and we click on it. This guy, our uncle, is ruled by us. He is part of our kingdom, which is why it is that shade. And also, you see if we click on him, it changes everything. Yellow means we can go to war against them. We have Casus Belli. And if we click, we are not at war with anyone, but if we come down here and we click on these lovely guys, the Kingdom of Castile, we can see they have red. They are actively at war with these countries. And that's just something to keep in mind. And it does make it very easy to decide, who can I go to war with? Oh, these guys are yellow, so do we want to fight France? Or do we want to fight this little county here? It's all your choice. Next up we have religion, which if we hit the R key, then we will see the religions. And the religions are nice, especially if your religion is starting to have problems and you have heresies breaking out. You can see we're mostly Catholic. Then there's the Sunni. I'm sorry, I'm yawning like crazy, but we have all the different religions over here. The Bon religion's having some problems, but we can see a wide variety of them. The Jewish, Miaphysite, Orthodox, Slavic, Romuva, and if we looked at different eras, the religions would look differently. One thing to notice is some of these counties are a little whiter yellow, or whiter yellow, whiter whites, and that means that they are holy sites for our religion. If we go back to our religion, well, we can't see them with us, but these are our holy sites, and if we hover over them, yeah, the county contains Canterbury, a holy site of the Catholic faith. There's Cologne, a holy site of the Catholic faith, and if we hover here, we can see we get more moral authority because we actually hold our holy sites. They're also very important if you're playing a pagan religion and you want to reform it. Next up we have cultures, and cultures can change, such as if we have Normans live in England, then eventually you will have the English culture arise, but that's one of the only ways it can. Cultures can change. Cultures have to have various things attached to them. We come up here, our eye, and we can see what our culture does. Our culture does nothing special, but many of them do. And this is how you can see what culture different people are. We have a little bit of Lombard down here still. Well, this is all Italian. If you start an earlier start date, then it's actually all Lombard here. And the Italian has to spring up later. But that's something that can change. You also see things like we're green because we're Breton, but if we look up here, this is Breton, but it's got red stripes because even though the county is Breton, if we click on the ruler is not. He's Anglo-Saxon. So it has a chance of converting this county to be Anglo-Saxon every year. It is dependent upon his stewardship. There's numbers you can crunch for it. I'm not a number cruncher, but you can if you are. Alright, next up, for some reason we jump over the Y key and we hop over to U, and this is where we get money, economy. Economy is nice. You see who has all the money, all the power, all the wealth, all these green counties. This is very useful if you are playing someone who's raiding, because then you can look around and you can see who's got the most money. Ooh, they're a big, bright, shiny green. Let's go attack there. 85.7. Ooh, they're bright and shiny. 169 gold. Yes, let's go steal it. Oh, they're bright red. We really don't want to go steal this guy. He's got 5.8 ducats. And that's pretty much what it tells you. There's different shades of green. Some are a little less, but they're useful for that. They're also useful if you're playing a Merchant Republic. But let's go. Next we have I. So this is de jure duchies. If the world was perfect, each of these would be ruled by an individual duke. And sometimes they are. You can see the dark borders here. Other times they aren't so much. Like we look up here, these are all mishmashed and the borders don't always line up, but that's what they are, the de jure duchies. De jure means what they should be in a perfect world. Alright, we hit O, we get the de jure kingdoms. See, some things don't line up, like there's Burgundy, but if we go and look back at the realm, we see it's part of the Holy Roman Empire. We see this is all France, but if we look at de jure, this should be Aquitaine, and that is France. But it's not. And that's how it works. It doesn't line up, as you can see. I'm switching between the two. And yeah, that's what it is. And next, if we hit P, we get the Empire mode. So at one point in the game, there were only 2 empires, but now there are many empires. There's empires for every single region of the map. There are 3 here in India. There's Tibet. There's the Tartaria, Russia. The Persian Empire, Byzantines, Arabians, Abyssinia down here, Mali, Hispania, Francia, Italia, Carpathia, the Wendish Empire, the Holy Roman Empire, Scandinavia, and Britannia. And those are the empires. You can see them. You can see who belongs inside each empire. This is the de jure. In a perfect world, if there was just a whole bunch of superpowers, this is what it would look like. That pretty much never happens in this game, but those are those map modes. And now we'll jump down here. We have revolt risk. So, if we hit A, we can see which counties are likely to revolt. If you're green, we're good. We have 0% revolt risk. We come click on this guy. We have 10% revolt risk because of peasant unrest. They are not happy. Someone probably did something to insult them. You would get more unrest if you were the wrong culture or the wrong religion holding them. See, like this one. Different culture group, different religion group, and an incompetent ruler. He's incompetent because of lack of funds. That makes him incompetent, so people are more likely to rebel. All sorts of things. Some have just a tiny bit, 4%, because they're being controlled by the wrong religion or the wrong culture, or both. And if the vote risk gets up too high, then a band of an army will appear there, depending on the size of the revolt, depending on the size of your empire, and they will try and take the land back in a peasant revolt or a religious uprising, and you have to fight them or you will lose your land. So it's something to keep an eye on, especially if you're doing a lot of conquering. So next up, if we hit the S key, we get dynasties. We can see which families own which parts of the map. Right now it's pretty spread out, but if you start with like the 769 start, then the Carlings are everywhere and they pretty much stay everywhere until you do something about it. But this looks very nice if you play small and you want to put yourself on the throne of all the different countries. And, then you see your family name spread everywhere across the map. It's kind of cool. Alright, so next up we're going to opinion, which is the D key. And this is what everyone thinks of you. Different shades. The brighter the green, the better. The only people that actually think really well of us are ourselves, which is, how it goes. You click on someone else, you see what other people think of them. These guys really like him. He really hates him, but he's at war with him. You see who likes who doesn't like who. It doesn't give exact numbers, except, you hover over it, it does. But as the actual picture, it doesn't tell you. So we see here, this is us, so we're bright green. These guys, we can see why. We have a female heir, they're a title claimant because it's our uncle. They like you, they don't like you. The pluses and the minuses have to do with different things with technology, different things with laws, different things with claims, different stats, different traits. It has to do with a wide variety of reasons. Some things you can change, some things you can't. Alright, and next up we have the letter F, which takes us to the direct vassals. These are the people that are directly under you. We come here. All of these are different colors because they are all directly under us individually. We don't have a duchy. If we come up here, we can see that these guys are directly under him. Some of them are individual counties, some are dukedoms, they're different sizes. And same goes here for the Holy Roman Empire. Let's just see who is your direct vassal, and you can click the shields. And remember, you can also look at the shields and see the size and what the markings are around it to see what their rank is if you're not sure. We have the little flags because we are only a duke and they are counties. Alright, so next up we have F, which has to do with our, sorry, there is no F. G. F is like Y, and it just got left out. Because, or sorry, no it didn't. Don't trust me. F was where we were. G, I'm losing track of my letters here. G are the merchant republics and the Silk Road over here. So you're playing Western Europe, the Silk Road doesn't have much to do with you. If you're playing over here, it's rather a nice way to get some cash. And then, but we do have the merchant republics who come in and we click here and they build trade posts, which bring more money to the county and also get themselves a lot of money. And you see they kind of struggle for land, or they take different counties and take over ocean areas. The more trading posts they have on a separate section of ocean, the more money they get because they have more of a trade zone size. It's rather interesting, and you can do the number crunching, but more is better. Next we have 8, which is the government type. We did look at this in the map. In the character selective screen, but so we have feudal, we have Vikita, we have tribal, feudal, tribal, we have the new guys monastic feudal over here, and they can control temples too, and they have a few other different things. And then we go to our next one, which is J, and J shows us defensive packs. There are no defensive packs, but essentially if you go to war too many times and take too much land, you will get threat, which you can see here. There we have 0% threat. If you get above 5%, you will get a little icon up here that will tell you you are threatening, and different people will form defensive packs against you. We'll take a look at them in another video and talk about them some more, because you can turn them off if you don't like them. And then we have our last one, the letter K. This is plagues, epidemics. There's not much going on at the moment. All we've got is a little bit of smallpox down here. But if we let time run, it would spread and we'd have different diseases popping up in different places. They do very bad things to your county. They hurt your levy. They hurt your court. And there's a number of diseases in the game that will pop up, the worst one of course being the Black Death, which will start over here somewhere and slowly spread down and then up and hurt everyone. If you do want to fight diseases, you can build hospitals, but you have to have the money to do so, which we don't. Alright, so that's the different map modes. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section down below. If you are liking these tutorials, give it a like and subscribe for more. Thank you very much. I hope you all have a good day. Bye.